Alrighty folks, welcome. Today we are doing a quick recap on the trade. Traded RAPT. RAPT has volume of 30.17 million. The average volume is 142.35 thousand. Definitely high relative volume. The free flow is 21.79 million. Definitely within the threshold of a low float stock and a mid float stock. Also, it did have news as a catalyst. Many institutions decided to raise its price target towards the 50s. So here we are looking at the technicals. We're looking at higher time frames. Right here we're looking at the hourly. Notice how pre-market it made a massive move from 17 up to the 40s, and then upon close to market open it sank down towards 28. Market opened and it went back up towards the high 30s, and then it began to get choppy here until it downtrended a little bit. And then this is identical to this here. This on the hourly is identical to this on the 1 minute chart. So it's like we're zooming in from the hourly into the 1 minute, and notice how it sank like from the 40s to down to 35, right? $5 drop. And it began to consolidate after the drop, kind of hitting VWAP, coming below it, then hitting VWAP again as a resistance. And notice this consolidation there. So go ahead and fast forward to save some time. So yeah, it's consolidated, drawing there an ascending support line here. It's kind of holding these prices, and it's trying to once again tickle that 37. It's getting there to tickle that resistance at 37. It wants to break it. It wants to break that ceiling, right? There it is, 36.88. Look at the level 2. I'll go ahead and just let it play out. Look at the level 2 on the ask, 37, 15,000, 16,000 shares on the ask, and look how it downtrends. Look at it. Boom, boom, boom. It's breaking that wall, right? So we go ahead and throw out our order in anticipation for that break of 37, and it does just that. So right off the bat, we're in the green. It just erupted like volcano, right? Then it begins to reach a resistance around 37, 38. Yeah, around 38 begins to reach a resistance. We have our stop loss underneath that 36. Life is good, just in case it decides to sink down. And so far in the 1 minute, notice it's creating this topping tail. Definitely it's rejecting higher prices at that very moment. And you can see here, huge influx of volume. Suddenly a huge influx of volume caused the price to spike. Go ahead and fast forward. Comes back down below our entry point. It's testing it now, that 37 area, as a support, which was previously a resistance. Now it's testing it as a support. We'll see if it holds it. And this thing just became choppier and choppier as we progressed. So there it goes, testing that 38 once again as a resistance. Notice how it's trying to break above it, but it keeps hitting that ceiling now at 38. Go ahead and fast forward. It finally breaks it by about 50 cents. Boom, it breaks it, but then it comes back down below that 38. And the reason why we are not raising our stop loss yet to break even is for that same reason, that it's very choppy price action. You can tell on the level 2, the spread is fluctuating between anywhere between 20 cents, sometimes even up to 50 cents. Very whippy, not a tight spread, definitely a widespread stock. You can see there it's about 44 cents, the spread. The spread, of course, difference between the ask and the bid. And there it goes below 38 once again. So in other words, because this stock was trading very whippy and choppy, we're not going to raise our stop loss. We're going to do an all or nothing. So the reason why I'm doing a recap as well is because you notice how it's taking a while to do what it wants to do. Comes back down towards 37, testing it to see if it's gonna hold. It does for a little bit. It climbs back up towards 37.5. There's a lot of bids there on 36, 36.50. It's trying to hold 37 until it doesn't. Falls down towards 36.75 area. And now it's trying to climb back up towards 37. Now 37 is a resistance once again. So the bears are taking over, but now the buyers are stepping in again. And we are having this massive battle between the buyers and the sellers. We know there's a ton of resistance now. All these lines here are resistance. Of course, I raised my stop loss just a few more cents, right up below 36. But technically, it's still insignificant. Technically, that stop loss raise is still insignificant. Gold still battling that 37 there. Now it's testing whether it's gonna hold that area or not. If it doesn't hold, this thing could just drop like a rock all the way down to 36, and that'll be our final and that would have been our final hope as a support to hold. If not, it'll stop us out, right? So we also have, not only we have ceilings up here we have to break, but we also have floors as support that we could possibly hold. And out of nowhere, boom, there's a huge influx of buying volume. You'll see it spike up again. The volume just spikes. A ton of buyers just come in. Definitely large institutions buying in there. I'll just let it play out for a little bit. Look at all this green. Now they're battling that resistance of 37.50. Will they break away from that 37.50 and hit 38? You can see the spread still very wide. Still battling that area. And there we go. Boom, more volume coming in, more green. It's gonna climb up towards that 38. 38, you can see there's a larger ask. There's also a large bid at 37.10, which is helping it grow. And there it goes, testing that 38. You can see it's kind of trying to break above 38. Breaks above 38, goes immediately all the way, squeezes to 38.50, 38.80, and then it squeezes literally a whole dollar. At this point, I was trying to raise my sell target because that thing was going to squeeze, right? But it took it literally it hit take profit before I was able to even confirm. I was going to raise it all the way up here towards 44, no, towards 40, 45, and I was too late. And of course I was going to raise my stop loss towards past break even. I was going to raise it at least towards 38, right below 38. But that thing did not give me time for anything. So yeah, that was today's trade on a Monday. Not too shabby, and we'll see what tomorrow holds. I have to run, I have to go to work. See y'all, bye.